So how do you score penalties in FC24? What I would suggest with this is looking at, I don't think it's training, is it training area actually? You might be able to find it here. You should be able to get penalty kicks. So this is going to be a great way. You could also use skill games to add a bit of fun to it, I suppose. But how do you do them? Because it is a little bit changed. It's not too much, but the basic premise is you have 5 different zones that you can score. And naturally you've got your normal timer here. So if I wanted to go down the middle, it is just a simple B. That is as standard as you want. If I wanted to go bottom left, it is going bottom left and just going like that. If I want to then go, okay, we're running after the ball. I thought this was meant to be penalty kicks. Hold on a second, run this out of play. And then if you want to go into the top, then you simply hold for the top. Naturally, the way that you kind of do this, and you can imagine the right hand side is the same, is you are looking at power. So the more you press B, the kind of more that you go for it. So for instance, if I was to really hold B the whole way, likely chance you're going to get a big one. If I'm looking for the top corner, I've got to time it right, also get the power, and as you can see, it whips it into the corner. So how do you score them and almost win the penalty shootout as such? Because realistically, that is the only time that we're going to want to do these. In the matches, in penalty shootouts, in obviously champs, that's going to be the best times that you're going to get the penalty shootouts and need this practice in. So I personally, I like to go in the top corners at the moment, naturally because previous FIFAs, you had just one side. So if I went bottom or if I went top, your keeper would save it as long as you've gone right. This time round, you've got to actually save top or bottom. So if I go top right now, 9 times out of 10, computer knows where I'm going, but 9 times out of 10, players don't tend to go to the top too much. Yes, you might find that sometimes you kind of get away with it and maybe they don't quite dive as early, so naturally you're going to get it right. But I normally kind of suss him out. If I'm finding that the keeper's moving quite a lot, potentially that is a beg to try going down the middle and they'll just stay still. So I normally always try and choose a corner unless I've seen the keeper dive before. Say, for instance, I've managed to get 2 penalties. The first one, he's just completely dived, and that's going to be the way. Then maybe I know or I'll assess if he's going to dive again, and I could go down the middle. Now, what I would do is never go for the same one twice. Naturally, that is an option that you possibly could choose, but I find that I don't like that. I may go the same side, but I definitely will change the direction. So I'll go down and up or go left and right. But naturally, I don't tend to change, go down the same spot. So say if I go top right twice, there's a lot of chances that it could work. But also I find that is a very easy one to try and duplicate, and if they go in for it, they might as well just send it and go the same position. But realistically, it is all chance, but you've got 5 chances to score, meaning it is very, very hard to miss the penalty without a bit of luck of the save. Naturally, if you are going to kind of just hit it on the, say, a kind of a light one like this, you will find that sometimes if I'm going top corner, if I don't go at this point like now, sometimes that will be saved because it'll be too close to the keeper. Or if I hit it really red, you'll find that you'll naturally just hit it over the bar. Depending on the composure of your penalty taker as well, that is always going to be a big factor. So you've got top left, bottom right. Top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right, and in the center. They're going to be the only zones that you can score in, and I just match it up and try and get to the corners as much as possible. You do also have the function of a finesse, which will kind of add that little bit of flair to it. There is also a chip shot as well if you want to get really fancy, but honestly, I wouldn't necessarily go massively with that unless you are very, very confident. Let me know if this helps though, and if any questions, leave them down below.